n8n looks like an engineering tool. It is actually 3 ideas trigger node connection. Once you see them, you can automate almost anything. In the next few minutes, I'll explain those 3 ideas, then build a real automation with you, start to finish. No code, and honestly, less clicking than you'd expect. First up, what n8n actually is, plus the one decision you have to make before anything else, cloud or self-hosted. People agonize over this choice, so let me give you the short, honest version with real numbers. n8n is a visual automation builder. You drag boxes onto a canvas, wire them together, and they move data between your apps. Cloud means n8n hosts it for you. Sign up, start building, pay monthly. Self-hosted means you run it on your own server. The license costs nothing, but updates and backups become your problem. My take, start on cloud, move later if the bill annoys you. Rough numbers, as of mid-2026. The cloud starter plan runs around €24 a month with a cap on executions. Self-hosting the community edition is free, and a small virtual server to run it costs maybe $5 or $6 a month. That gap looks tempting, but I burned a whole weekend on my first self-hosted update, so price in your own time too. Chapter 2, the 3 concepts. This is the part that unlocks everything else. If the canvas ever looks intimidating, it's only because nobody told you there are just 3 moving parts. Learn them once and every other tutorial suddenly makes sense. A trigger is the event that wakes your workflow up, a form submission, a schedule, a new email. A node is one step that does one job, like adding a row to a sheet. A connection is just the wire that hands data from one node to the next. That's the whole mental model. Everything else in n8n is a variation on those 3. Here's how that looks in practice. Every workflow you'll ever build follows the same rhythm. Pick the trigger first, always first, because it decides what data you have to play with. Then add nodes one at a time and test after each one. Connecting as you go beats wiring up 10 nodes and praying. Next, we build a real one together. Chapter 3, the build. A lead fills in a form on your site. Their details land in a Google Sheet, and your phone buzzes with a WhatsApp alert seconds later. 3 nodes, maybe 10 minutes, genuinely useful. Start with the built-in form trigger, and n8n gives you a hosted form URL. No website changes needed. Wire it into a Google Sheets node set to append a row. You'll authenticate once and map the name, email, and message field by dragging them across. Then add a WhatsApp node pointed at your own number. Save, flip the workflow to active, and submit a test lead. And this is the moment it clicks. You submit the test form, and before you can switch tabs, your phone buzzes. Name, email, the question they asked, already sitting in your sheet, already in your hand. The first time I got that buzz from my own workflow, I grinned like an idiot. That feeling is why people get hooked on this. Why bother with the alert at all? One older, but widely cited sales study found that calling a lead within 5 minutes made you around 21 times more likely to qualify them than waiting half an hour. Treat the exact number with suspicion. The direction, though, matches everything I've seen. Fast replies win deals. Chapter 4, the AI agent node. This is where n8n stopped being just a pipe between apps and started making decisions inside the workflow. It's powerful, and it has one sharp edge I want you to know about. Drop an agent node into the flow and you can have it summarize each lead, score how urgent it sounds, or draft the first reply before the alert reaches you. 2 cautions from my own bell. Give the agent a maximum number of steps because a confused agent will happily loop, and every loop costs API tokens. Set a cap, test on fake data, then trust it. Last chapter, 5 automations actually worth copying. I see a lot of demo workflows online that look clever and do nothing. These 5 are the ones I build for a real business in rough order of payoff. Number 1 is the lead alert we just built. Speed to lead is the highest leverage thing most small businesses can fix. 2, a follow-up nudge when nobody has replied within 2 days. 3, pulling the numbers out of emailed invoices into your accounting app. 4, a morning digest of yesterday's sales and messages. And 5, an automatic review request after every finished job. Each one is a single evening of work, roughly. Quick recap, n8n is 3 ideas, trigger, node, connection. Start on cloud. Self-host later if costs bite. Build one node at a time and test as you go. Your first real workflow should be the lead alert because it pays for the learning curve immediately. And if you add an AI agent, cap its steps before it caps your card. If you built along, you now have a workflow that most agencies would happily charge for. Subscribe if you want one practical automation like this every week. The next video covers connecting AI models to your own data. And if you want the outcome without building it, platforms like Remarkably ship these workflows per built. Either way, go automate something small today.